EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Hey, man. Watch the boot.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All day, every day.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 17, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is taken at the 23. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's got room. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Carolina. Davian Williams, 68 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 27, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Play action. It's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to be going.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be under pressure again, and down he goes again. K1 short in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray going to throw. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Might want to remember that 3rd down play. 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Check 99. Check 94.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Tackle made by K1 short. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Jordan McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Great.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, and he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. Open man is Ross, complete. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running from the gun, Johnson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Johnson. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shotgun now from Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
At their 48-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
They'll go option to the short side. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
I'm here all day.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Slam, slam, slam. 20. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Marlon Mack. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there, 1st down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where... He would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get your...
One of these two teams